Please click the subscribe button and the notification icon. It will help us a lot.
I would have to say that I'm kind of like in the thick of one of those right now. So I mentioned before the plush that I'm working on getting manufactured. So I started to do Kickstarter. That's my ultimate plan, is I'm going to bring a design to Kickstarter and like raise the funds to pay for the factory production and stuff, because that gets pretty pricey. And so to do a Kickstarter, you have to have like a prototype, like a physical thing to take pictures of. You can't just do like a drawing of here's what it's probably going to look like. And so a year ago, I started with this middleman company that I had like heard good reviews from. Like a bunch of different artists had like over the years had like produced plush, and they're like, oh, I went with this company and they're really good. And so I was like, oh, well, I'll do it too, because everyone else does it. And it was just not a great experience. Like, it turned out that they had, since everybody was recommending them, they were not super smart with their resources, and they took on basically everybody who sent in an application to make something, and they got like way overloaded with work, and they weren't able to keep up, and they were working with some like questionable factories because they just needed to take on more factories to fulfill their workload. And so by the end, like, it ended up like a few weeks ago, I just like stopped the prototyping process with them and everything, because it just wasn't getting done. They weren't doing the changes that I wanted to, and it just was a huge waste of my time. And so I was just like, we're done. This isn't working out. But before I had done that, I brought my prototype to CTNX just in November, a couple months ago. And I was hoping that I would have like the finished thing and have the Kickstarter up by CTNX, so people, like, I could have a link and people would be able to back it and stuff by CTNX, but it was just moving so slow that was just completely impossible. And so I was like, well, fine, I'll just have this prototype and I'll have an email sign up and be like, here's kind of what it'll look like. Hopefully it'll look better by the time it's finished, and then I'll have a Kickstarter. And I actually got in touch with someone else who had worked with that same middleman company, and was like, I also had a really bad experience, and because of it, I actually started my own middleman company, and we do this and this and this and this so much better, and would you be interested in joining us? And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, this is exactly what I needed. And so I just sent in like the information and everything for them to start the prototype, and we're working on like Pantone colors and stuff right now. And so I can't like for sure say that it was like a failure turned success, because I don't have the finished product yet, but we're working on it, and it seems like it's going pretty well. And so if I had just like stuck with this other company and just like settled like, well, we've gotten this far, so we might as well just like keep trucking, like, who knows, like, it could be like another year and they still wouldn't have the prototype finished, or I would just have to settle for like this kind of mediocre design just to get it done, or maybe they wouldn't even be able to deliver once we got to the factory stage because they were just not getting stuff done well enough. And so it ended up that like having that experience and not having the Kickstarter up by the time CTNX happened, I was able to get in touch with someone who seems to be a lot more professional and can meet my needs a lot better. And like, even though the whole process has been a lot slower than I was hoping, I think it's going to end up for the best, and I'll be able to like deliver the quality of product that I want to. And so I'm excited about that.